think this show's biggest mistake was comparing itself to the Netflix series. So 3 of Daredevil Born Again just dropped. It was another banger. I've heard so many critiques about the show and how it doesn't chalk up to the Netflix series. Honestly, I think this is something different entirely. I think the fact that it's tethered to the Netflix series is stopping a lot of people from enjoying good television. Spoilers, there are times that Daredevil is bleaker than Batman, and the Born Again story is one of those times. As a New Yorker and a Black Puerto Rican, I had to face 2 of my biggest fears. First one being the NYPD, which is the biggest gang in town. The second being getting hit by a train. I really feel like Matt is actually ruining his own life, and that's what I find so very interesting about the story. It distinguishes it from its Born Again counterparts, both the comics and the Netflix adaptation. Because Fisk is barely doing anything. White Tiger's innocence is no longer a driving factor for Matt. It's clear that this case means something to him. Because why would he do this? Why was he so comfortable exposing White Tiger's identity but not his own? He already saw the lengths that the police were willing to go to for a witness. What did he think was going to happen to White Tiger even if he got off? I think Matt is tired of seeing the NYPD win. And at this point, he just wanted the W. I was so glad that when he pulled this stunt, the judge pulled him aside and was like, what are we doing here? You fought so hard to keep this secret, but now you're doing what? So that you can win? And you want us to bring in testimonies? Let's be real. And I gotta say, Matt is very charismatic. And when I saw his closing arguments, I was like, this guy's good. The prosecutor was equally as good. These are jurors from New York City. And as I mentioned, a lot of us are afraid about getting hit by a train. For him to graphically describe the effects of getting hit and then remind people that, you know, you can have one bad day. White Tiger was cooked, and I was shocked when he got off. Personally, I think that they got him off so that they could kill him, because I don't think that this is Frank. I understand that we're all fully aware that Frank will be in this series. I think this is a greater commentary on how people misinterpret the thesis of the Punisher, particularly police officers. Wear his symbol like a badge of honor, knowing that he would clap them too. If this is Frank, why would they not show his face? Also really enjoyed the side characters. Because Ben Urich is no longer in the story, they need to fill in that void. Because Ben Urich is a critical part of the Born Again comic. And I think they're doing it well with Cherry, who I will forgive for wearing a Mets hat, and BB Urich. And I know a lot of people don't like the fact that she's an influencer. As I said in my first review, I think that that's how people are activated nowadays, through social media. I think it's an incredible way to update her story. I wanted to end this review by thanking Camar de los Reyes for not only bringing Puerto Rico to the forefront, but so beautifully representing White Tiger. If you guys don't know, this actor actually passed away. He brought grace and gravity to this character, and I loved it, and I wish we could get more of it. That being said, I'm gonna go ahead and give this episode 5 out of 5 Frankie Flames. We gotta stop hating.